Good afternoon, friends. In this video today, I'm going to give you a rough idea about how always on works and uh, what are the benefits of using always on top of or instead of using database mirroring. Let me just pull out the virtual machines that I have created. Okay, so here in my personal web lab, I have created total three virtual machines. Um, Always on is basically uh, enhancement of database mirroring. That is something I can say based on my experience. Now, uh, what is the basic difference between the always on and database mirroring is that um, with uses of always on, you can have a benefit that on the other node, the replica side, you can have the readability options so when your database is being replicated or in the synchronization with the primary, you can use your secondary or the replica database as a read-only option for your read-only workloads. That being said, you can divert all your reporting needs onto the secondary node so that you can have a performance boost on the your primary node where your application is basically pointed, and when you where you are doing your insert, update, and delete kind of stuff. The other stuff is a benefit that you will get is always on uses the listener. So listener is like if you have ever installed and configured the Windows cluster, which I assume you would have done already. This thing is using the on the cluster, you will have a virtual name for your SQL server, which is used uh, to point your application to, and that is how you will access the SQL server, right? So listener is um, the similar kind of thing. It is the virtual name where you can point your application to. You can also define the port different port number other than the default port as well. So basically you point your application to to the always on listener name. So with this, what will happen that your application will always be running in case of failover, right? So when a failover occur, say for example if you are using database mirroring or your SQL search sits on the SQL cluster, what will happen when a failover occurred? You will sorry, not SQL cluster, but when you on the DBM, when your when the failover occur, what will happen? You will have to manually switch your reconfigure your application configuration to point your application to the another node, which is now currently uh, um, the resource owner. In this case, if you are seeing here, there are these two nodes, which is primary node, this is secondary node. This is the SQL server listener. Okay, so when you use this, if the failover occur, you will not have to manually intervene and change your application setting, and your application will keep running. So this is the application, this is the listener name, and you can connect using your application listener. These are the two main benefits comparing to database mirroring. In the next video, I will show you how to set these things up and some troubleshooting tips. Thank you. we will in the next video, let's catch up on something really interesting on how to troubleshoot some common mistakes or and some common failover troubleshooting